What's going on, guys? Morning. Welcome, Wolfpack. Gathering everybody up. I do have the Trek IR and the HOTAS, so or I refer to it as the hot ass. So that's what we're working with. My only problem today is I think that you guys are going to be looking out the right window a lot out of the aircraft because my chat is over here. So when I'm talking to you guys, or if I can't, it's going to be about over here. I did move it over to my left a little bit, but yeah. What's up, Hall and Cube? Raised Docs, what's going on? Crack Matrix was here. A couple others are in the house, just saying hello. If we get going, when we get going here, and the stream looks choppy, please let me know, because I do have it set up right now to run off the processor. Last time we ran it off of the NVENC, and if it looks like crap, we will change it. We'll change it up, but that's what we're starting with, just to give it a shot and see if it makes it different. Hope everybody is doing well. Thank you, Rays. Hope everybody's doing well, and we're going to get going here. I have practiced a little bit on landing and such, so we'll do a nice little straight-in landing on the in Persian Gulf, Dubai airfield here. We'll shoot in, and hopefully I can nail this. I think I had the flaps down a little bit. I got a little bit more of the controls down. The stick definitely makes it a little bit, well, makes it a lot easier, and we'll go from there. The track IR helps out a lot too. So we're gonna start just attempt to land first, and then we will we'll move on into possibly some air-to-air training stuff. Go from there. All right, good. Just hearing voices. Good deal. Issue. All right. I'm gonna think it's too loud, guys. I can turn it down. If you can't hear me over the can't hear me, let me know, and I will I'll turn that down a little bit. Definitely let me know if it's too loud. Here and this is 99 X-ray. Back and on. So we're going to try to bring it down to about 250 knots. Then we'll put our gear down in a second. Airfield straight ahead. Dubai is right over there. We'll take a buzz by that in a little while. So I can turn my... Alright, so we're under 250. I'm going to put the gear down. And then I'm going to go flaps down the whole time. Just a tad too loud, alright. We got to get that red line on the left side of the cockpit. There's these red lines. We got to make a donut. We're shooting for a center donut right there, and that's all airspeed and trim. I will turn it down in a second, guys. Give me a second here. way high right now. And see that that's the angle of attack, so basically we're running too fast because our nose up. But I can't have a rate of descent more than 750 feet and we're going to crash. I think we're going to be alright here, even though we're well over that. We did land, so that's a plus. Not the prettiest landing. Turn the game down a little bit, and let me know if that's better, guys. Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? All right, first landing in the stream didn't go too bad. We'll go take a look at Dubai in a second. That's Dubai, way over there. And all the way around back to there. We'll take a look at it in a minute. What's up, Chad? How are you, man? Alright, let's go ahead and we'll fly this again. This time we won't land. We'll take a little cruise at Dubai while we're here. I bought the Persian Gulf map, so there's missions and campaigns and stuff to go with it. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, I wouldn't call it great. I wouldn't call it great, Raise, but thank you. All right, let's pick up the airspeed here a little bit. We'll do a little tour of Dubai real fast. That any better? I can tweak that pretty easy just with the I don't even have to go into the game settings, so just let me know. I can move that around pretty easily. Put 99 X-ray on the TACAN, that way we can get back to our airfield easy enough. The airfield right there. Got the Burj right over there. We'll take a little spin by that. Ah, no problem, Holland. Thank you for the feedback. And then I think those that Palm Island, I believe, is that way as well. It's out that way. We'll fly by that as well. Little tour of downtown Dubai, right? How's the stream looking, guys? Is it dropping frames at all? Like, looks like we are dropping a little frames. Let me guys, I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to put the invent code back on. So give me 2 seconds here. I'm going to stop the stream. Don't go anywhere. And I'm going to change that up. All right, we should be back. Camera in? I am. Okay. We should be back, and let me know if there's any issues here. I think the stream's going to look a little bit better. We're not running off the CPU now. We're encoding with the actual graphics card. But Scum, it's weird because I did stream Scum a couple days ago for several days, and Scum runs better if the CPU is processing the video. for the stream as well. So I just wanted to try it out to see if it made any difference. But what's up, HawksGirl? How are you? Welcome. So all right, we're gonna go back to it here. I think we're all set. Might take a couple of seconds to get caught back up, but I think the stream's gonna look a lot better now. So the Burj is right over there. Like, I know Dubai at all. I could go to Dubai if I want to, but I just don't see myself doing that anytime. And then most likely this lifetime. It just doesn't sound like a good. Scream through downtown Dubai just for fun. What could happen? Nice, Holland. Very good. Dubai is freaking huge. What's up, Terry? I don't think I showed you guys the sonic booms yet. Let me hit Mach 1 here, and then go to that F3. There's gonna be a lot of pissed off people in Dubai right now. One of these, you hit the sound, it'll do the sound. Not quite there yet. Oh, we're Mach 1.3. We should be hitting it pretty. There we go. I love that. I don't have to tilt my head anymore. You can just like look around now and see what the hell's going on. Yeah, the sound is insane in this game. It's nuts.
Fuel mode.
Oh, hell no.
Fuel mode.
That's not good. Oh, here's an airport right here. I'll be damned. We'll head out to the airport we were supposed to land on, but I guess I should come off the afterburner at 700 knots. Is probably not a recommended landing speed, I would guess. So we'll line up our airport should be right over here, and you'll see in that left screen, left TV screen, is called a DDI, and that little triangle looking thing is the airport we need to go to. So that's where we're gonna head. It should be about 10 miles out. Throw on the air brake. Slow down a little bit. Like, a lot. Thank you, Richard. How's it going, man? Welcome. Airport, I believe, is right in front of us. Oh, that's it right there. Yeah, we're gonna have to get into a pattern here and come back around. 1,000 pounds of fuel? No. It was the mission was, put our brake back on. The mission was to do a straight-in landing, and it only gave us 300-something pounds. It was not very much fuel at all, so we're just, we went and did a tour of Dubai on Afterburner, and that's why we're a little low on fuel. And that's okay. Let's come around, see if we can actually do a regular pattern landing here, which a little sluggish. Gear down. Fight that. Put our flaps all the way down. Still fighting the flaps here with that stuff, but or on speed AOA it's called. This is where I have I have a hard time battling the flaps with the airspeed here. Flaps are all the way down, and then I end up getting way high to come in, and it becomes real wacky. So the pattern landing I have a bit of a hard time with. The straight in I'm actually not getting to be too bad at, but this looks like Stevie Wonder out here flying a plane trying to land. But yeah, see, the nose wants to go straight up in the air all the time for me, which ends up inducing a stall, and then I have a real huge problem on my hands. So we're gonna run out of gas anyway, so this is not your ideal landing, if you will. The runway looks long, so. Yeah, Rich, you're seeing a 20-second delay in the stream, so anything that you say in there is, I appreciate the help, but it's 20 seconds ago that I was needing that, so it's not gonna work. Flight instruction with 20-second delay is just not gonna do it. And this obviously is, I'm just, at this point, just hoping to put it down without dying, so it's not gonna work. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. No way that would work in real life. We'll watch the playback of that later on, just for fun. But there's absolutely, that would have been a crash for sure. Welcome to Dubai, everybody. Nah, it's all right, Rich. I appreciate the, you know, it's a thought, man. I appreciate it. It's just 20 seconds ago. It's just not gonna, you know, whatever you're saying was what I needed to do literally 20 seconds ago, so it's not a big deal. I appreciate the help. I've nailed a few straight-in landings, but it's the, that pattern landing when I start to turn and all that stuff, it starts to really mess with me. Air-to-air. The air-to-air radar is a real... I'm really having a hard time with that. I gotta end up learning that. Let's try to blow something up. Back to a training campaign, a training mission, and at the Sidewinder, I was messing around with these. I think I was actually getting a little... Hope everybody's doing well. Better slow down fast. Yeah, oh yeah. How's everybody doing? We got 7 people hanging out. I plan on doing this for a couple hours, and then I may come back on the... I might do a Dawn of Man live stream on the strategy and simulation channel a bit later on.
In this lesson, we'll learn about how to use the AIM-9L and M versions of the venerable Sidewinder short-range infrared guided air-to-air missile. Using a cooled infrared seeker, the Sidewinder locks onto the hot elements of a target, most often the engines. Best used in close-range dogfights, the Sidewinder is a fire and forget after launch. However, the Sidewinder can be decoyed by flares and is less effective against ground clutter. Today we're looking at the L and M versions. The AIM-9L, or Lima, entered production in 1977 and was the first all-aspect homing Sidewinder, meaning it could get a lock on a target at any aspect angle. However, a rear aspect provides much better detection. The Mike, or AIM-9M, is an improved version of the Lima with better flare rejection and a reduced smoke motor. In a later lesson, we'll take a look at the AIM-9X and the joint helmet-mounted cueing system. The Sidewinder can be used on both bore sight mode and slaved to a radar-locked target. I currently have the lesson paused as we discuss some of its features. To select a Sidewinder, press down on the weapon select switch, or press left, shift, and S.
Like this,
do this now. When selected with no target locked on radar, the Sidewinder will be in bore sight mode. This is indicated by the single reticle on the HUD that indicates the seeker line of sight. Below on the HUD, you will notice the name of the weapon, 9M in this case, and the number of missiles remaining to the right. To employ a Sidewinder in this mode, fly your Hornet to place the reticle over a target and wait for the seeker tone to change to a higher pitch. This indicates the seeker sees and is tracking the target. You could then launch the missile by pulling the trigger or pressing the spacebar. To allow the seeker to self-track the target, press the cage-uncage button on your throttle or press C when you hear the lock tone. Once self-tracking, the seeker will automatically follow the target within its seeker field of regard. Before trying this though, let's first take a closer look at the AIM-9 format page on the left DDI. Press spacebar to continue.
Did that.
As with the AA gun, you have the remaining gun rounds and master arm indications. Along the wing form are indications for AIM-9 loading. 9L indicates stations with AIM-9L, and 9M indicates stations with AIM-9M. The selected station includes an SEL for selected below it. To cycle through AIM-9 stations, press the AIM-9 select switch on the weapon select switch, or press left shift S. This allows you to switch between AIM-9L and AIM-9M versions. When you are ready, press spacebar and I will unpause the lesson.
Weapon select switch. There we go. Tilt's hat. Very nice.
You now have two MiG-29 drone targets ahead of you. Fly to place the reticle over one of them until you hear a higher-pitched lock tone. You can either launch an AIM-9 now by pressing the trigger on the stick or spacebar on the keyboard, or initiate a self-track by pressing the cage entry button on the throttle or pressing C. Once self-tracking, launch an AIM-9. It may take more than one to bring down the MiG. Splash 1. Keep an eye on the second MiG-29 and follow it. We will use a radar-slaved track for that one.
Alright.
Follow the second drone. To lock up the second drone on radar, press up on the center select switch or press right alt and semicolon. This will place the radar in Air Combat Maneuvering or ACM mode. Keep following the second drone. When ACM mode is first selected, the bore sight auto acquisition mode is selected. This is indicated by the dashed circle on the HUD. To lock up the target, fly to place the target within the dashed circle and have the target under 10 miles away.
Alright, so you can see down on that right TV screen, that little blip. This thing is the MiG that I'm following right now. You'll also see that I have to fight the controls because I have one missile is gone from one of the wings. So the plane wants to be, it is heavier on one side. There we go. We got a lock, but not a shoot yet. I don't think we have a shoot yet. Maybe we do. Really annoying. I can't imagine having that in your ear the entire time. What's up, Cryptics? Trying to figure out how we know if he's 10 miles away. It is the game, yeah. It's the missile lock, Cryptics. I can turn it down if it's too loud, guys. Fire another one, see if it changes. Where's your plane, man? Maybe we gotta be with that other... No. We had, The AIM-9L. That's the Lima that we had before. Yeah, it's not normally that loud, Cryptics. I can also turn me up if need be. Oh, now he's 4 miles away. Usually you get... I thought you gotta shoot... There it is. There we go. Got him that time. Bye-bye, mofo. Peace out, guy.
Fly to keep the target at about
I guess I
1
should have hit the
mile to
space
keep
bar.
radar lock. On the HUD is a large, solid circle that acts as both the AIM-9 allowable
If I press the space bar, he would have showed me how to do that, I guess.
Normalized in-range display, or NERD circle. Fly to keep the small steering dot inside the circle to give the missile the best chance of reaching the target. Along the outside of the circle are 2 triangle NERD.
We're gonna do this one again because I didn't realize that I had to hit the space bar. Ah, Taylor French, what's up? You should have Tom Petty learning to fly playing in the background. Yeah, right. Yeah, that radar lock is a very obnoxious sound. So I get it. M9 2K good. Oh, okay. 2 kilometers. Oh, I got an air medal. I'll be damned. How'd I get that? That's cute. Fly this again. I actually have to figure out or remember, because I've only done I think I started doing this one last night, and I was able to pick it up a little bit, but I lost the second drone, and I have to be able to read the radar a little bit better. So, oh yeah, you can bomb stuff, Cryptics. That's what we're gonna move on to next.
In this lesson, we'll learn about how to use the AIM-9L and M versions of the venerable Sidewinder short-range infrared guided air-to-air missile. Using a cooled infrared seeker, the Sidewinder locks onto the hot elements of a target, most often the engines. Best used
Top Gun
in
Maverick movie.
dogfights, the Sidewinder is a fire and forget after launch. However, the Sidewinder can be decoyed by flares and is less effective against ground clutter. Today we're looking at the L and M versions. The AIM-9L, or Lima, entered production in 1977 and was the first all-aspect homing.
How you been,
Sidewinder,
Cryptics? You good?
meaning it could get a lock on a target at any aspect angle. However, a rear aspect provides much better detection. The Mike, or AIM-9M, is an improved version of the Lima with better flare rejection and a reduced smoke motor. In a later lesson, we'll take a look at the AIM-9X and the joint helmet-mounted cueing system. The Sidewinder can be used on both bore sight mode and slaved to a radar-locked target. I currently have the lesson paused as we discuss some of its features. To select a Sidewinder, press down on the weapon select switch, or press left, shift, and S.
You know, that
Do
says
this now.
press down, but this weapon select switch that I have set up, down is the gun. So
When selected with no target locked on radar, the Sidewinder will be in bore sight mode. This is indicated by the single reticle on the HUD that indicates the seeker line of sight. Below on the HUD, you will notice the name of the weapon, 9M in this
Got
case,
that.
and the number of missiles remaining to the right.
destruction.
To employ a Sidewinder in this mode, fly your Hornet to place the reticle over a target and wait for the seeker tone to change to a higher pitch. This indicates the seeker sees and is tracking the target. You could then launch the missile by pulling the trigger or pressing the spacebar. To allow the seeker to self-track the target, press the cage-uncage button on your throttle or press C when you hear the lock tone. Once
Yes, I do,
self-tracked,
Demon.
the seeker will automatically follow the target within its seeker field of regard. Before trying this though, let's first take a closer look at the AIM-9 format page on the left DDI. Press spacebar to continue.
There's 3 sensors right here. It's called a track IR, so that's what it's all head tracking, and this is one of the games that it was designed for. Might be annoying to you guys, but it's a hell of a lot easier to fly, for sure.
As with the AA gun, you have the remaining gun rounds and master arm indications. Along the wing form,
Nice,
are
Cryptics.
indications for
Very good.
AIM-9 loading. 9L indicates stations with AIM-9L, and 9M indicates stations with AIM-9M. The selected station includes an SEL for selected below it. To cycle through AIM-9 stations, press the AIM-9 select switch on the weapon select switch, or press left shift S. This allows you to switch
Yeah, it
between
is. Nice,
AIM-9L
Cryptics.
and AIM-9M versions. When you are ready, press spacebar and I will unpause the lesson.
I thought you were imagining it. No. What's up, Crack? How are you, man? Thank you. All right, so we're gonna unpause. We're gonna knock down this one drone.
You now have 2 MiG-29 drone targets ahead of you. Fly to place the reticle over one of them until you hear a higher-pitched lock tone. You can either launch an AIM-9 now by pressing the trigger on the stick or spacebar on the keyboard, or initiate a self-track by pressing the cage-uncage button on the throttle, or pressing C. Once self-tracking, launch an AIM-9. It may take more than one to bring down the MiG. Splash 1. Keep an eye on the second MiG-29 and follow it.
Got it.
Use a radar slave track for that one. Follow the second drone. To lock up the second drone on radar, press up on the sensor select switch or press right alt and semicolon. This will place the radar in air combat maneuvering or ACM mode. Keep following the second drone. When ACM mode is first selected, the bore sight auto acquisition mode is selected. This is
not what we
indicated
want.
by the dashed circle on the HUD. To lock up the target, fly to place the target within the dashed circle and have the target under 10 miles away.
All right, I need the dashed circle. What it's saying. This guy's really chill for me. Just, like, gonna shoot him down. And I... Range 3. I see. I don't see the, yeah, that... Not getting the shoot that... There it is. Later, mofo. What's up, buddy? How are you, man? How are you? Just flying around knocking some drones down. I'm learning the air-to-air radar and Sidewinder sensors is what I'm trying to do, but... Yeah, I see that range. Thank you, Rich. I finally did see that range over on the other side. Nice. Trying to drink coffee with you guys without getting you air sick, so I apologize for the hat tracker thing. Alright.
Fly to keep the target at about 1 mile to keep the radar locked. On the HUD is a large, solid circle that acts as both the AIM-9 allowable steering error circle and as the normalized in-range display, or NERD circle. Fly to keep the small steering dot inside the circle to give the missile the best chance of reaching the target. Along the outside of the circle are 2 triangle NERD indications. The one at the 6 o'clock position is the missile maximum range,
yeah, right,
called RMAX, and the other is the missile minimum range, called RMIN. The line inscribing the circle indicates target range, and you want this between RMAX and RMIN to launch the missile. Also on the HUD is a box or diamond that indicates the line of sight to the locked target, and the smaller circle indicates the AIM-9.
Yeah, I can't wait, Rich. I just want to. That's why I want to have all this stuff squared away.
In radar display, your range to the target is less than the minimum range indication. When the target is between arm max and arm in, the steering dot is inside the ASE circle, and the weapon is armed. The shoot cue will appear, and you can launch the missile by pulling the trigger on your... Nice job! You downed the second drone. Some final thoughts on using the AIM-9. First, the Seeker can better track a target from behind than in front. Second, if the target is expending flares, it may decoy your missile. Third, the AIM-9 does not have a large warhead, so it may take more than one to bring down a target. Press escape to end the lesson.
Alright. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, Rich, I can't wait for that, man. Like, to actually be competent at the skills in the game, or like, you know, with the radar and then the weapons, landing, you know, taking all that stuff and then being able to navigate to and from. Like, I can't wait to do missions on this thing, whether they're recorded or live streamed or whatever. I really, I'm excited for that. So, I'm enjoying this game quite a bit, if you couldn't tell. All right. Well, I think we got an air medal, which is interesting. I don't know what we got that for, but is that for a certain amount of hours flown, or aircraft knocked down, or how's that work? I'm not sure. But Cryptix wants to see some bombing some stuff. So let's go and we'll do a gun run. I did this mission the other day, just messing around with it. It's kind of cool too. Yeah, Cryptix, this is definitely not a game you just fire up and jack around with for an hour here and there.
Welcome to this training lesson on use of the Hornet's
All right, Cryptix, this is for you, man.
20mm cannon against ground targets. Mounted in the nose of the aircraft, it can be loaded with up to 578 rounds and has a firing rate of either 4,000 rounds or 6,000 rounds per minute. When you need precise fire against unarmed or lightly armed targets, the gun can be a great choice. I currently have the lesson paused, so we can talk about the gun system in AG use. Press spacebar to continue. Confirm that the master arm switch is already set to arm, and set the master mode to AG for air to ground, or press 2.
We're armed.
On the left
AG.
DPI, we see that we have 578 rounds loaded. Master arm switch is set to arm, and that we have a clean aircraft. Next to push button 11, we have the AG gun selection. Go ahead and press it. We are now looking at the AG gun format page on the left DDI. On this page, we can select the gun mode, round type selection, rate of fire, and UFC entry for manual mode. Along the left side of the page, we see that we have mode options of continuously computed impact point, or CCIP, and manual, or man mode. CCIP is boxed, indicated it is the active mode. We'll come back to this soon.
Okay.
Below the mode selection on push buttons 1 and 2 are selections for either M50 or PBU-28 gun rounds. The selection here should match what was selected for the aircraft in the mission editor. You can keep this as is.
Okay.
Along the bottom left of the page are selections for a high rate of fire of 6,000 rounds per minute or a low rate of fire of 4,000 rounds per minute. Note that gun is boxed with a ready indication in the top right portion of the page, meaning the gun will fire when you pull the trigger.
Well, that's
Press
good.
Spacebar to continue. Let's shift our look to the HUD now, which is in AG Gun CCIP mode. The most important element of the AG Gun HUD is the CCIP gun reticle near the center of the HUD. When showing valid range, it acts as a death dot. You simply fly to place the pipper over the target and fire when the in RNG cue is displayed. Surrounding the pipper dot is a 50mm reticle composed of tick marks, each representing 1,000 feet of slant range. As you get closer to the target, a range tape will unwind counterclockwise around the reticle from 23,000 feet to 0 feet. Inscribed inside the reticle will be a line that indicates the current range to the spot under the reticle pipper. Inscribed outside the aiming reticle is the AG gun maximum range. When the current range line is less than the maximum range cue, the in range will be displayed, and you can fire the gun with great accuracy. Press spacebar to continue. Also on the AG gun HUD is a horizontal.
What's going on, everybody? Thanks for coming in. Just doing a little training here and trying to figure out the different mechanics of the game.
To advise you of potential ground collision. It is not a weapon fragmentation warning. When the velocity vector is below the pull-up Q, the brake X will appear on the HUD. Along the right side of the HUD is your selected AG gun mode. In this case, Ccip and the selected weapon and number of rounds remaining. Okay, too much talk, not enough Bert. Let's try this out and then we'll talk about the manual mode.
All right.
Press spacebar to unpause and kill some helpless trucks. Ahead of you at waypoint 1 is a group of target trucks in the center of an abandoned airfield. The targets are also marked with a gate and red smoke, impossible to miss.
Yeah, you can't miss that.
To the target
I hope that, are they all like that, Rich?
And place the Ccip gun pipper over one of the trucks and squeeze the trigger to fire the gun. Once you've destroyed one, we'll discuss manual mode.
Come in a little bit. Fighter.
Altitude. Altitude.
This chick is always concerned about altitude. I don't know if we destroyed one, but we'll come back around. I did a little movie. It's on my Instagram page of this. I changed it. I did a couple of, just a couple seconds. I think it was like 50 seconds of this mission. I come back around here. And I did an outside shot of the gun. I'm pretty sure this cannon is the same cannon that's in an A-10. I'm almost positive, actually. 20 millimeter.
Good job, Annie Oakley. When you're ready to talk about the AG gun in manual mode, level your wings and press spacebar. I've repaused the mission so we can discuss AG gun in manual mode. If you are not already there, go back to the AG gun format page on the left DDI. Press spacebar when ready to continue.
All right. AG gun format. Okay.
First, select manual mode by pressing push button 4 on the left DDI. Most of this will look the same from the Ccip mode, but we now have a UFC legend next to push button 14. Go ahead and press it. We will now enter a milliradians or mils setting for the fixed gun sight on the HUD. You can use a manual mil setting sight, much like a fixed World War II bombing sight, or what you find on older aircraft like the F-5E. On the top option select window, RTCL is displayed, short for reticle. Press the option select button to the left to select it. When selected, a colon will appear to the left of RTCL. Now use the UFC keypad to enter a mil value between 0 and 270 and press enter. Try 10.
I love that.
While doing so, the AG gun reticle and pipper will be adjusted to a fixed location on the HUD. The AG gun mode and mill setting will be displayed on the right side of the HUD, and the mill setting will appear to the right of the RTCL indication on the AG gun format page. Press spacebar when ready to unpause the lesson and try this out.
The AG gun reticle and pipper will be adjusted to a fixed location on the HUD. The AG gun mode mill setting will be displayed in the right side of the HUD. Okay, 10, I got it. And the mill setting will appear in the right side of the reticle. Okay, oh, here, okay. Alright. Let's give it a whirl.
When you are ready to end the lesson.
What's going on, everybody? 11 people in. We're just killing some trucks here. Doing a couple of gun runs on the trucks that are way back there. Got to turn around and come in from the south, I believe. Pulling a few G's here. 6 to be exact. I think we're out of guns. I think we're out of rounds. Yep, no more guns. No more missiles. Yeah, we got nothing. We are Winchester. Hit, kill, dead. 3 we got. Okay. Unguided rockets. IP bombing. Shot. How's everybody doing today? Plans for the week?
Today we're going to start dropping some iron. On our jet we have a Mark 83 1,000 pound and Mark 84 2,000 pound high explosive unguided bombs. These can be delivered in manual, continuously computed impact point or CCIP and automatic or auto release modes. These modes will also apply to other bombs like canister munitions and high drag bomb modes. In this lesson, we'll look at the CCIP modes for free fall bombs. First, press the AG Master Mode button, or 2. Now let's look at the left DDI, which is showing the stores page. Below the top row of push buttons are the 2 bomb types loaded on your jet. 83B is for the Mark 83 and 84 is for the Mark 84. To select a bomb type to drop, you simply select the push button above the bomb label. Select a big ol' Mark 84 first by pressing push button 7.
Okay. Did that.
We're now in the bomb's format page that provides us a wealth of data. In the center of the format page is the wing form with representation of the 9 stations.
Yeah.
Below the outer wing stations are diamond symbols that indicate a pylon adapter to carry multiple bombs. Below that is the number of bombs on that station. And then we have the name of the weapon. As you can see, we have 2 Mark 83s on each outboard wing station and 1 Mark 84 on both inboard stations. A Mark 84 is boxed and selected on the left inboard station.
I
The
see.
selected weapon is also indicated by its legend being boxed at the top of the format page and the ready RDY indication below. Directly below the wing form is status of the master arm switch. In this case, it is set to arm. Press spacebar to continue.
Oh, here. Okay.
Along the left side of the format page at push button 5 is the bombing mode selection. Press this now. You now have the 4 bomb delivery modes displayed for selection. From top to bottom, auto, flight director or FD mode, CCIP, and manual modes. We'll discuss FD mode in a later lesson.
I think
The
that's
current mode
JTAC.
can be seen listed in the program 1 data block in the bottom center of the format at the top of the left column marked
Maybe not.
mode. It will default to CCIP at the start of a mission. Go ahead and reselect CCIP by pressing push button 3. Below the mode selections are selections for mechanical fuse or MFUZ and electronic fuse or EFUZ settings. For the bombs we'll drop today, we'll set it as a nose-mounted mechanical fuse. Go ahead and press push button 4 to select MFUZ. Now we see the possible mechanical fuse options that include off, no fuse, nose, tail, and NT for nose and tail fuses. Select a nose fuse by pressing push button 4.
Alright, crack.
When you set the M fuse to nose, note the line in the program 1 data for M fuse changed to nose. Press spacebar to continue.
Okay. Wait, is that another? No. Alright, spacebar.
Now let's take a look at some of the unique elements of the CCIP bombing HUD.
That wasn't
Running
unique?
From the bottom of the velocity vector is the displayed impact line, or DIL. This is also sometimes referred to as the bomb fall line. Below the velocity vector on the DIL
What's up,
is a
Milo?
horizontal bar
How are you,
with
man?
what appears to be upturned wings on the ends. This is the pull-up cue, and this will advise you of potential ground collision.
Thanks.
This is not a weapon fragmentation warning.
Yeah, that's handy.
When the velocity vector is below the pull-up cue, the brake X will appear on the HUD. On the right side of the HUD is our selected bombing mode, CCIP. Press the spacebar to unpause.
Okay.
Off your nose at waypoint 1 are 3 groups of target trucks. Over them is a gate to help mark their location as well as a red smoke marker.
I see him.
You may have noticed a new horizontal bar on the DIL appear. This is the reflected release cue. The distance this bar is from the bottom of the DIL is proportional to the distance of the CCIP bombing cross is below the HUD field of view. So, as you dive, the cue will drop down the DIL until it reaches the bottom, and then the bombing cross appears. To get you lined up with the target, fly to place the intersection of the DIL and reflected cue on the point you want to drop your bomb. Try to keep your speed about 500 knots and use smooth control inputs to line up the release. Aim for the group of trucks marked by red smoke. When the CCIP bombing cross appears at the bottom of the DIL, and it is over the target, press and hold the weapon release button, or press and hold right alt and spacebar. Once the bomb is released, pull up to 30 degrees to keep from impacting the ground.
Altitude.
If you miss,
Altitude.
keep trying.
Well, I'm gonna keep trying. See, now I just lost my hat tracker. And I don't know why. Did I miss? I don't even think I dropped it. It's going all right, Milo. Thanks. What's up, Armageddon? How are you, man? Sorry. Just trying to figure out. I keep losing my hat tracker for some reason, and I think it's an F key. It is an F key. F9 cancels your hat tracker and puts it and puts you back. All right, that makes a lot more sense than before. I was losing that, and I thought it was a glitch with my stuff, but yeah, it's actually F9 shuts it down. So, all right, so press and hold the weapon release button. I use the trigger. That's what it is. The weapon release button is below the. It's on the top of the joystick, I think. So, we'll try this again, and this time, I was just practicing there, the approach. So we'll try that again.
Altitude.
Altitude? What the heck's the matter with you? Altitude. Crank it back up to about 500 knots here. Yeah, Milo, this game is... You're going to have a blast with this, bro. Alright, let's hit this dive. And now we're going to hit the right button. I think we let one go that time.
Good hit.
Nice.
Press spacebar when your wings are level, and we'll learn how to create more program settings.
I didn't get to see that. I wanted to see that. Alright.
If you're not there already, set the left DDI to the bomb's format page. On the page, select the Mark 83 from push button 6. Select the 83B now.
Yeah, Milo, right?
This time we're going to release more than one bomb in a pass.
Oh, good.
In fact, we're going to drop 4. On the right side of the bomb's format page is the UFC option on push button 14. Press it now.
Alright, so it says UFC.
On the top two option select windows now show QTY.
I'll be damned.
MULT. QTY is short for quantity, and MULT is short for multiples. First, press the option select button to the left of quantity. The quantity option select window is now colonized, meaning we can enter data. In this case, we will enter 4 for the number of bombs we want to drop.
Alright.
After entering 4 on the UFC keypad, press the enter button on the keypad to save it.
It's in.
When we entered a quantity of greater than 1, we now have an INT for interval displayed as an option select window. This will determine the space in feet between the impacts. Select the interval option select button.
No shit.
Let's enter a 500-foot spacing between impacts by entering 500 using the UFC keypad and then pressing the UFC keypad enter button. Press spacebar to continue.
Alright.
The last element we can set is for the multiples. This determines the number of bombs released in each pulse. So, in this case, if we set a multiple of 2 and a quantity of 4 and an interval of 500,
2 pairs and then 2
of
pairs.
bombs will be released with 500 feet between the impact of the pairs.
Alright.
Select the multiple option select button. Now enter 2 on the UFC keypad and then press enter on the UFC keypad.
What the hell just happened? Multiples. 2. Enter.
Note that on the bomb's
Alright.
format page in the
Glad I got
data
that back.
we have a quantity of 4, a multiple of 2, and an interval of 500 feet. This combined with our mode and fuse settings comprise program 1 for the bomb type. You can create up to 5 programs for each bomb type and cycle through them using PROG on push button 20. Press spacebar and I will unpause the
Thanks,
lesson.
Milo. Have a good one, bro. Thanks for stopping in, man. Wow, that's a lot. I hope you could program this stuff.
Mark 83s with a new program we created. Circle back around and attack another group of trucks at waypoint 1. As before, try to line up the bombing run using the dill and reflected cube. For best results, you may wish to climb back up to over 10,000 feet before making a bombing run.
Alright.
When you're done practicing Ccip delivery with Mark 83 and Mark 84 bombs, press escape to end the lesson.
I gotta trim out the aircraft here. I got the too much weight on the one. What's going on, everybody? We're just learning how to bomb in DCS right now. Just leveling out. leveling out the trim here because our one wing is heavier than the other. Alright, I think we're good. We're back up to 10,000 feet. Go take a look around and see our targets are back there. Get rid of this master caution. I have a feeling we're going to run out of fuel here. Gotta fix my hat tracker. I should be able to look up a little bit further than that. Alright, calm down. I know I'm almost out of fuel. I'm almost... Oh! We're out of fuel. You know, one would think you would give you enough fuel to continue the bombing mission. Now I'm up here. I got no fuel. My aircraft just shut down. That's just terrible. I was really wanting to bomb something with this. You know what? We drop those bombs. See where they impact, because I have no idea where they're going to go. One would think they'd give you a little bit more fuel so you could not die. Or not... Yeah, that's just terrible. I don't know. I don't even know where our bombs landed. Because we did drop them. There they are. Harmless. We only hit the one? At 500 feet, we should have had 2 sticks drop, but I don't know. We missed. They're way over there. But I do get how it's set up. That's kind of cool. I like how you can set up your sticks, how many you want to drop, and all that. That's kind of neat. I don't think that was the aircraft that crashed right there. Maybe it was. What's up, Try Hard? How are you, man? We're gonna try this one again. Now that we did a one pass, we had to come back around, and that was enough to burn off all the fuel. That's try that one again. Let's see how the sub count. We started the count today with 2,395. We're sitting at 2,395 right now, although updating live seems to be having an issue with YouTube right now. They've really been having problems with their keeping track of sub counts lately, at least live and at least for me. If you're new to the channel, you're just finding us because of
Today
this one.
Start dropping some iron.
Hit that subscribe button.
We have a Mark 83 1,000 pound and Mark 84 2,000 pound high explosive unguided bombs.
We'll let him go
These
through
can
his
be
little
delivered
spiel.
in manual, continuously computed impact point, or CCIP, and automatic, or auto, release modes. These modes will also apply to other bombs, like canister munitions and high-drag bomb modes. In this lesson, we'll look at the CCIP modes for free fall bombs. First, press the AG Master Mode button, or 2. Now let's look at the left DDI, which is showing the stores page. Below the top row of push buttons
Looking
are the
over
two
here.
bomb types loaded on your jet. 83B is for the Mark 83, and 84 is for the Mark 84. To select a bomb type to drop, you simply select the push button above the bomb label. Select a big ol' Mark 84 first by pressing push button 7. We're now in the bomb's format page that provides us a wealth of data.
What's going on, Tryhard? How you doing, man?
Page is the wing form with representation of the 9 stations. Below the outer wing stations are diamond symbols that indicate a pylon adapter to carry multiple bombs. Below that is the number of bombs on that station. And then we have the name of the weapon. As you can see, we have 2 Mark 83s on each outboard wing station and 1 Mark 84 on both inboard stations. A Mark 84 is boxed and selected on the left inboard station. The selected weapon is also indicated by its legend being boxed at the top of the format page and the ready RDY indication below. Directly below the wing form is status of the master arm switch. In this case, it is set to arm. Press spacebar to continue.
Alright. We're going to try not to come around again this time. Hopefully we'll have enough fuel.
Bombing mode selection. Press this now.
Good to hear, Tryhard. Good to hear. How you doing today? Everything's good?
You now have the 4 bomb delivery modes displayed for selection. From top to bottom, auto, flight director or FD mode, CCIP, and manual modes. We'll discuss FD mode in a later lesson. The current mode can be seen listed in the Program 1 data block in the bottom center of the format at the top of the left column marked Mode. It will default to CCIP at the start of a mission. Go ahead and reselect CCIP by pressing push button 3.
Push button 3,
Below the mode
CCIP.
selections are selections for mechanical fuse, or MFUZ, and electronic fuse, or EFUZ settings. For the bombs we'll drop today, we'll set it as a nose-mounted mechanical fuse. Go ahead and press push button 4 to select MFUZ.
Alright.
Now we see the possible mechanical fuse options that include off, no fuse, nose, tail, and NT for nose and tail fuses. Select a nose fuse by pressing push button 4. When you set the M fuse to nose, note the line in the Program 1 data for M fuse changed to nose. Press spacebar to continue. Now let's take a look at some of the unique elements of the CCIP bombing HUD. Running from the bottom of the velocity vector is the displayed impact line, or DIL. This is also sometimes referred to as the bomb fall line. Below the velocity vector on the DIL is a horizontal bar with what appears to be upturned wings on the ends. This is the pull-up cue, and this will advise you of potential ground collision. This is not a weapon fragmentation warning. When the velocity vector is below the pull-up cue, the brake X will appear on the HUD. On the right side of the HUD is our selected bombing mode, CCIP. Press the spacebar to unpause.
Alright.
Off your nose at waypoint 1 are 3 groups of target trucks. Over them is a gate to help mark their location, as well as a red smoke marker.
Oh, I see
You
him.
may have noticed the new horizontal bar on the DIL appear.
Yep.
This is the reflected release cue. The distance this bar is from the bottom of the DIL is proportional to the distance of the CCIP bombing cross is below the HUD field of view. So, as you dive, the cue will drop down the DIL until it reaches the bottom, and then the bombing cross appears. To get you lined up with the target, fly to place the intersection of the DIL and the reflected cue on the point you want to drop your bomb. Try to keep your speed about 500 knots and use smooth control inputs to line up the release. Aim for the group of trucks marked by red smoke. When the CCIP bombing cross appears at the bottom of the DIL, and it is over the target, press and hold the weapon release button, or press and hold right alt and spacebar. Once the bomb is released, pull up to 30 degrees to keep from impacting the ground. If you miss, keep trying.
Altitude.
Keep trying unless you run out of fuel, because we only give you 300 pounds.
Good hit. Press spacebar when your wings are level, and we'll learn how to create more program settings.
Let me just trim out here, and I will head back here. Now we got a couple of them destroyed on that hit, or they're burning and destroyed anyway. What's up, Nightmare? How's it going, man? Just doing a little flying today. Little bombing practice. Alright, let's hit spacebar. Hopefully we don't run out of fuel.
Already, set the left DDI to the bomb's format page. On the page, select the Mark 83 from push button 6.
What's up, SB? How are you?
Now.
Alright, 83B.
This time we're going to release more than one bomb in a pass. In fact, we're going to drop 4. On the right side of the bomb's format page is the UFC option on push button 14. Press it now. On the top two option select windows now show QTY and MULT. QTY is short for quantity, and MULT is short for multiples. First, press the option select button to the left of quantity.
Pressing.
Quantity option select window is now colonized, meaning we can enter data. In this case,
nice, Nightmare. Yeah, you play?
The number of bombs we want to drop.
I'm having a ball with this.
4 on the UFC keypad, press the enter button on the keypad to save it. When we entered a quantity of greater than 1, we now have an INT for interval displayed as an option select window. This will determine the space in feet between the impacts. Select the interval option select button. Let's enter a 500-foot spacing between impacts by entering 500 using the UFC keypad and then pressing the UFC keypad enter button.
Did that?
Press spacebar to continue.
Not too bad, SB. Just doing some bombing training. It's my first, well, the second time through it, but the first time I've done it on stream about 10 minutes ago, so. We ran out of fuel. Alright, we did that. Press spacebar. We got
last element we can
multiples of 2, I believe.
This determines the number of bombs released in each pulse. So, in this case, if we set a multiple of 2 and a quantity of 4 and an interval of 500, 2 pairs of bombs will be released with 500 feet between the impact of the pairs. Select the multiple option select button.
Yeah, we did that.
Now enter 2 on the UFC keypad and then press enter on the UFC keypad.
We're good.
Note that on the bomb's format page in the data block, we have a quantity of 4, a multiple of 2,
Thank you, SB.
and an interval of 500 feet. This combined with our mode and fuse settings comprise program 1 for the bomb type. You can create up to 5 programs for each bomb type and cycle through
now, where
them
was that?
PROG push button 20. Press spacebar.
Program 1 for this bomb type. So, where's our programs at? Alright. Well, we'll run back around. We'll learn that. Cycle through them using the program on push button 20. I didn't see. Oh, here. Okay, good. Alright. Yeah, the helicopters is definitely... right now, I'm just doing the Hornet. It's the only one that I own. I've only bought the Hornet. I want to get good at it, and then I'll branch out, but... Helicopters are certainly one that interests me for sure.
Program we created. Circle back around and attack another group of trucks at waypoint 1. As before, try to line up the bombing run using the dill and reflected cube. For best results, you may wish to climb back up to over 10,000 feet before making a bombing run. When you are done practicing Ccip delivery with Mark 83 and Mark 84 bombs, press escape to end the lesson.
There's our targets. I don't know why they give you so little fuel for this. It's funny. I had one missed run and ran out of fuel and had to eject. The A-10, yeah, the A-10 is another one that I'm very interested in. I'm only flying in the simulation. I'm not flying in the arcade at all or the gaming one at all. I'm trying to learn it the real way, so. Alright. I'm gonna get over here a little bit. We'll dive down and we'll drop those. It says dud. I don't know what that means.
Fuel low. Fuel low. Altitude. Altitude.
Alright, we had all of them went, I believe. Yeah, Nightmare at 100%. It's the only way to go. Hit. I can't tell if we hit anything else or not. There's no other trucks down there, so I think we blew them all up the first time, so. Very interesting. I like it. Got one each. Yeah, I got the Track IR and the HOTAS, the other day. I got it last Friday, so I did one stream of this last week, and then I did Scum all weekend because of the patches, and then back on this too. All right, so we killed a bunch of trucks there. I don't know that there was anything else left to kill down there on that second run, but cool. I got a decent idea of that anyway. Annual bombing mode. Auto bombing mode. Let's. Mode you play. Be familiar with the A-10. Guided bombs like this guided system. All right. Here we go.
The third bombing mode to discuss is automatic or auto bombing. This is similar to a mode you may be familiar with in the A-10C called Ccrp Mode. It allows accurate delivery of weapons based on designated target point. This target point can be a waypoint, designated on the HUD, or set with another sensor. Today, we'll look at setting up a target point using a waypoint in the HUD, then we will deliver a bomb on that location. The big advantage of auto mode is that you can deliver a bomb in level flight and is most often used for guided bombs like laser and GPS guided systems. However, you can still use it for unguided bombs. First, press the AG Master Mode button, or 2. Looking at the left DDI, you see we have 4 Mark 84 2,000-pound bombs under our 4 wing stations. Select 84 by pressing push button 6. Along the left side of the format page at push button 5 is the bombing mode selection. Press this now. Select auto mode by pressing push button 5. We'll set the fuse now by first pressing M fuse on push button 4. Next, select a nose fuse by pressing push button 4. We will just drop one bomb at a time, so we don't need to fiddle with further bomb program options.
Perfect.
The first way we'll learn to set a target or TGT point to drop a bomb on is by setting a waypoint to be a target point. On the lower center MPCD, select Waypoint to set this as our navigation steer to source. If you wish, you can press backspace to hide the control stick.
I'm good.
Next, press the push button next to the up arrow to select Waypoint 1.
Yeah.
We now have Waypoint 1 selected as our navigation point. Press the WPDSG push button to set it as your target. Upon doing so, your waypoint navigation number changed to TGT on the HSI, and a diamond is now on the HUD heading tape. The diamond indicates the direction to the target. On the right side of the HUD is also the auto bombing designation with the time to release, or REL, below it. Below that is range to the target as nautical miles and TGT. In this case, 17 TGT. Running down the HUD is the azimuth steering line, or ASL. This indicates the azimuth you need to fly to reach the target. Along the ASL is the pull-up cue, which appears as a horizontal line with what appears to be upturned wings on the ends.
See
if
that.
the velocity vector is below the pull-up cue, you will see the brake X. At the bottom of the HUD is a diamond, and this marks the line of sight to the target. When the target is outside the HUD field of view, it will flash. Additionally, near the top center is your target pointer, which points towards the off-HUD target, and a numeric above it indicating the degrees off. When you are ready, press spacebar and I will unpause the lesson.
Yeah, hang on a second. Let me read this again. On the right side of the HUD is also the auto bombing designation time to release. Okay. Range target nautical miles, TGT. In this case, 17. Yeah, okay. Running down the HUD is an azimuth steering line. Alright.
We'll now attempt an auto bombing delivery against the target located at waypoint 1. Fly to place the velocity vector on the ASL and fly level. Keep your speed between 450 and 500 knots. Note the REL time to release and TGT target range decrease as we close the range to the target.
Yep.
Use smooth control inputs to keep the velocity vector over the ASL. Don't ham-fist it. At about 4 miles from the target, a horizontal bar called the release cue appears on the ASL. This drops down the ASL as you close to the target. Hold down the weapon release button or right alt and spacebar key until the release cue passes through the velocity vector. When this happens, the bomb is automatically released. The more accurate you are in keeping the velocity vector over the ASL at time of release will affect bomb accuracy. Try to be wings level and holding a steady airspeed. This will allow the weapon system to calculate an accurate release point. A lower altitude can also increase auto bomb accuracy. If your first bomb fails to destroy one of the targets, try again until you do.
16 seconds. Alright, now what? Alright, bombs away. Our one wing is really friggin' heavy right now.
Good job.
Alright, guess I did alright. What's up, BDG?
It's certainly not the ideal delivery method, but it can be useful at night or bad weather. I'm going to pause the lesson again so we can talk about auto bombing using the HUD to designate a target. First, press the undesignated button, or S, to release waypoint 1 as our TGT location.
Okay, I will do that in a second. BDG, I'm brand new, and I'm having a ball with it. An absolute ball. So, I personally feel that it is worth the money. It's a steep price, but there is a ton of things you can do, especially if you're into military simulators and flight simulators. I mean, it's phenomenal. I'm mostly doing the simulator stuff. I'm not doing it like a game. I'm playing it more like a simulator, so I'm taking my time to learn all the functions and the weapons mechanics and all that stuff. So that's why I've been doing these training. Like, I'm not performing training for the viewer. I'm actually learning the game for myself. So I personally, if you're asking me, it is definitely worth it. I hope that answers your question. All right, so what are we doing here? Undesignate. Undesignate is... Oh, I gotta do the modifier, that's what it is. There we go.
In order to designate a ground location as the target through the HUD, press forward on the sensor select switch or press right alt and semicolon to set the throttle designator control of the HUD. This is indicated by the dot in the center of the velocity vector.
So I gotta go TDC to figure out what the hell it's saying on the It's this thing. It wants me to trying to figure out which raid flare. Yeah, it should be this. And now we're in AA. I need to be in the That's interesting. Been wanting to learn a flight sim for a while, just not. Yeah, no, this is a good one then, BDG. I mean, I've been flying around for the last week and a half for like 15 hours just trying to learn it. I'm just trying to like all the sensors and stuff are all definitely different.
When in auto HUD bombing mode,
we
have a reticle consisting of 12 hash marks. Between this reticle and the velocity vector is a dashed line. This line and reticle are referred to as the ball and chain. On the right side of the HUD, we have the auto mode indication. Located at waypoint 2 is a second set of target trucks that will attack. Select the next waypoint on the HSI.
Alright, there's a waypoint.
Fly to bring waypoint 2 into your HUD field of view and note that the targets are marked with blue smoke. Fly to place the center of the reticle over the center of the target group and press the weapon release button or press enter. Once the location is designated, a dashed diamond marks the location and an ASL appears on the HUD. From here, the bombing delivery is just like we performed using a target waypoint. Fly to place the velocity vector on the ASL and hold down the weapon release button or right alt and spacebar as the weapon release cue passes through the velocity vector.
Oh, there it is.
To refine the location of the diamond, you can slew it using the TDC cursor or the comma, period, backslash, and semicolon keys. Try it out. Remember, to clear a designation, press the undesignated button or press S.
Trying to get the aircraft back to level because our one wing is heavier than the other by 2,000 pounds. That's quite a bit. I'm using my trim controls. That's pretty relatively level now. Alright, let's see if we can get back here and not really...
Altitude.
He's always whining about that. That,
Altitude.
Alright,
Altitude.
I'm gonna pause this a second. Fly to waypoint 2 in your HUD into the field of view and note that the targets are marked with blue smoke. Fly to place the center of the reticle over the center of the target group. Press the weapon release button. Once the location is designated, a dashed diamond marks the location and the ASL appears from the HUD. From here, the bombing delivery is just like we performed. Okay, so I gotta mark it with the reticle first? Is that what it looks like? Did we hit 2K? I don't know if we hit 2K just yet. Race, I'm looking now. Unless it happened and the real time is not updating, which is very possible. This doesn't look like. Yeah, no, I got 2395 on my. Talking about. Okay. All right, let's back in here. See if we can do this again. See if I understand this right. All right, there we go. I guess I did understand it right. I don't see any blue smoke down there, though. Once the location is designated, a dashed diamond marks the location. ASL appears. I don't see the ASL. If you wish to refine the location of the diamond, you can slew it using the TDC cursor. Or, oh, I see. All right. All right, we're going to come back around. Oh, 2,000. Yeah, I think it's a 2,000-pound bomb, I believe is what the... Sorry. I didn't I didn't understand what you were saying. I'm like, yeah, we hit 2K a while back. We're going for 2,500. Thought you were talking about the sub count. All right, let's see what we can... Whoa. A little bit too much. I don't see blue smoke down there.
Altitude. Altitude.
I think we did release the bomb. Yeah. I don't know if we hit him or not, but we definitely released the bomb, but I think we were late. Try that again. Now that we're flying... Well, we got it trimmed off for... That was a real pain in the butt to reattack so quickly. We should still be designated, so we'll come back around and try that one again. All right. Got a little bit of distance here. It said between 400 and 500 knots, too, so I'm going to come back around. Guys, if you're just finding us, you're watching the playback or whatever, Thanks for joining us, and if you're interested in DCS, definitely hit that subscribe button and set your notification. Just trying to learn the game right now, and once I do, we'll be doing missions. There'll be recorded content, there'll be live stream content, and possibly even like live stream multiplayer games with different missions and stuff with several people on different servers. So I do appreciate you hanging out and hanging out with me while I learn it. It is learnable. I just started playing last week, so I can certainly learn the game relatively quickly. Track IR, I definitely recommend. That's what I'm using when I move my head around. My head is actually changing the view of my view in the aircraft. I definitely recommend that if you're learning the game. I got this about...
Altitude.
Now we got cloud cover. 45 seconds to release. Seven miles out. $20 seconds to release. Off a little bit here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bombs off. Oh, there we go. I don't know if we hit anything, but we're definitely dropping the bomb where we're supposed to be, or where I designated it at anyway. Not sure, but I never saw... Oh, there's blue smoke over there. Hang on a second. What's this thing? We might be out of bombs now. What's up, Crack? Is this where we were supposed to hit? Let's take a good look. I don't see blue smoke, though. I don't know. I'm gonna be out of fuel here in a minute. Doesn't really matter. Fly to waypoint 2 in your HUD, it says. We undesignated. Got waypoint 2 box now. Waypoint 2, 7.62 miles away. So I think that's the one we just bombed. Or is it this one over here? I don't know if that's it. If you wish to refine the location of the diamond, you can slew it. Definitely a little heavy on the wing over here. Better. All right. Let's come back around. Yeah, BDG, I don't know if I picked the best airplane to start off because it's definitely complicated. I don't know how the other ones are, but it's definitely, you know, you could definitely, if you put some time into it, you could certainly learn it. Okay, so I got the diamond. Can I? Oh. I don't want to skew it that much, for crying out loud. There we go. Time to impact. 5 seconds. 4, 3. Very interesting. Very interesting. I think all we have is Sidewinders now. Yep. But because I trimmed my aircraft back to that heavy winged side, now my trim is wanting to turn left. You'd have to balance that out if we were to continue. It's a very, I'm kind of curious at how, let's get some altitude here. It's the Hornet. And it definitely will be fun, without question. I mean, I'm already having a blast just learning it. The landing mechanics and all that stuff are really cool. It's definitely, like I was saying earlier, it's definitely not a game you're just going to pick up and, you know, screw around with for a half an hour and then be able to jump into a mission and have a ball with it. It's certainly there's a bit of a learning curve, but it's pretty rewarding when you get the stuff down. All right, let's undesignate. Right. Targeting waypoint 2. I definitely recommend the HOTAS, and I definitely recommend the Track IR. And if you look in the Wolfpack links in the description below, full disclaimer, it is an Amazon affiliate link, but there are links to both of those on Amazon if you choose to purchase them. But the joystick and the HOTAS definitely, it's a game changer when you go to, instead of trying to fly on a keyboard, it's absolutely a game changer. The only flight game I've been playing is VTOL VR, which is really cool. Yeah, that is kind of neat. That is really cool. I looked at that. I don't have a VR setup, though. But that game does look really neat. We are going to run out of fuel here very shortly. Let's see, on FCS... And then our fuel, yeah, we're under, yeah, we're going to be out of fuel here in a second. We're at 30 pounds. That's it. Barely do they give you fuel for these missions. You'll hear the engine shut down in a second. Blah. We'll just land in a cloud here. Can't be good. Very quiet for a fighter plane. Think we can glide it in? What the hell? Give it a shot. We have no HUD. Jettison the fuel tank. I thought we put the gear down. Oh, nice. Oh, Arma uses Track IR? I didn't realize that. Heading back to base, so they pretty much, they give you enough to do about 2 or 3 runs, and then that's about it. There is no heading back to base at all. We're out of fuel here, Rack. So we're just trying to, I can't even put the gear down at this point. We're gonna attempt a belly land. Probably not gonna work at all. But we'll do it just for fun. It's not going well. That was a terrible glide-in landing. Terrible. Trucks are where are they, bud? Even see the blue smoke. Hit both of these spots. So lonely. Oh, we ran out of fuel, correct? There is no power. There was no power to, I probably could have done an emergency landing gear thing, but, I'm not that fluid with it at all. Alright, so we did the auto. Congratulations, I've been promoted to first lieutenant. Well, you crash a $20 million plane, you get promoted. This is awesome, it's just like work. This is great. Things are looking up. High drag bombing mode. Yeah, the only thing I gotta go over now is the, I mean, I gotta go over all these things, you know, eventually again, but like the Case 1 carrier landing is it's crazy. And then, carrier taxi and takeoff is pretty relatively easy to do. Instrument approach airfield landing is a bit of a pain. Pattern landings I'm trying to work on, but I do have a handle on most of the stuff, or at least I can accomplish it. We'll do a VFR straight in just to get back into the. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to let chatter to hold back and just that as a regular mission. Mission instead of training and straight in. Straight in the Caucasus. Caucasus. The JDAM, yeah, see, there's weapons qualifications for all these, but again, they don't tell you other than, you know, it doesn't tell you how to do it. You actually have to go look it up how to do it. Do a VFR airfield landing in the. I'm gonna start us right off. There'd be no instruction at the. And the Hornet is a. Yeah, land at Kubaletti and bring the aircraft to a halt at the parking ramp. So we're on approach at Kubaletti. I gotta type in our. I gotta get set up here on the TACAN. I think it's 67 X-ray. On each airfield's got their own different thing. There's our airfield right there. Go over here to the FCS page, flight control system. We're almost under 250 knots, so we can put our gear down in a second. And again, I'm gonna just do a straight in because the pattern landings are, they really are a pain. Now I'm always in a constant battle with the throttle and the angle of attack here. So I try to fight the flaps, and then see, the nose wants to go straight up in the air. Not what you want. Gotta slow it down a little bit. Now you gotta throttle up while you're trimming your nose up. And you want that E bracket to be right on the runway that's ahead of you. I gotta throttle back down. I'm not touching the stick hardly at all right now, other than left to right. It's all throttle controls. And the goal is to get that yellow light. Like I have, that's the angle of attack you need for the landing. And you want that E-bracket to be right on the runway from what everything that I've read. Calm down. Oh, thanks, Crack. So our flaps are down full, gear is down. Coming in at our angle of attack that's appropriate for the Hornet. A little low right here. And again, I'm not touching the stick back up and down. It's only doing light adjustments to and left and right. They say you're supposed to just use the throttle to fly your velocity vector right onto the runway. Which I'm a little high for right now. That's ground wind right there, I think. Not the best, but we're down. Yeah, straight in I can do. I looked all over the place. I was very confused about like the Hornet's approach speed, and they do not use, in a Hornet, they do not use the approach speed. They use an AOA, which is angle of attack. Thanks, Crack. A lot better than the first stream, right? Definitely got a little bit wonky at the end there, but I believe that's an AN-74 cargo plane, I believe. Could be wrong. Two hours in, no. For a little bit longer than that and into the stream. We're almost 3. Thank you, Nightmare. You fly the Hornet at all, Nightmare? The grass counts. It was better than my glider landing that I tried the previous mission. They could only give you some damn fuel. You know what? Let's see if they wouldn't rearm me though when I flew out the earlier. Over here and park and see if they rearm us. Alright, let's do ground crew. Rearm and refuel. Oh, let's change our tail number to 049. How about some fuel, man? How about you load us up? All right, HawksGirl, thanks for coming in and hanging out. Gotcha. Gotcha. Go bomb some. A Mark 83 over there. You could throw on a pylon, is that?
Request refueling. Request rearming. Copy.
See if they do it. Last time I attempted this, they wouldn't do it. So we'll see. I don't know how long it's supposed to take. Yeah, they haven't done it yet. Not sure why it takes so long. Let's taxi out and I don't think they animate it correct. Oh, that's a great question. I'm trying to Hey, what are you doing? I love it. What are you doing? I've been waiting for you. Come on, guy. Hurry up. I don't think they animate it. That would be cool, correct? Back off so it's not so damn loud. Oh, they are fueling us. All right. Yeah, we went up from 50 to... All right. My bad. I moved the plane while they were fueling us. I wonder if that canceled it. Nope. 100% fuel, so now they must be loading the armaments. Although, it doesn't... Let's do this again.
Request refueling. Request rearming. Copy.
Got two.
Refueling complete.
Refueling's done. Mission in an F-15 where me and my wingman were flying patrol with Maverick and Goose Iceman and his... Oh, nice. There we go.
Rearming complete.
Yeah, 2,000-pound bombs. All right. Now with that, I'm sure I have to set the trim a little bit higher, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to see if we can get the hell out of here. Let's take our brake off. Make sure our flaps are all the way down, because we're definitely going to need those. We'll head out by the runway, take off, and see if we can get this thing off the ground loaded. I'm almost positive that it being loaded, it's going to be a... we're going to need more trim. I think if it's the heavier aircraft, forget what it said, 17 maybe for trim, but maybe we'll do that anyway. I think it was 17 for over 46,000 pounds. I'm not 100% on that. Slow down, guy. Yeah, I can't wait to start flying missions, Nightmare. It's... James Lamach, what's up, man? Just trying to get out of here with a load of bombs to drop on the city that doesn't realize that the bombs are coming. The city's right over... I don't know. We'll find the city when we get up there, but it's gonna drop right into downtown, Pobeletti. Just as a little surprise. Thanks for joining live there, Lamach. Now that I know how to drop bombs, this town might be a little screwed. Just for practice runs. All right.
Pobeletti. Colt 1-1. Request takeoff. Colt 1-1. Pobeletti, you are cleared for takeoff and ready. Climb 300 at QFE 29.86.
Set my stabilizer trim. You guys can see that right there. I'm setting that because I think it said 17 for a heavy load. So give that a shot. All right. See if I'm not forgetting anything. Flaps are all full. I think we're all right. Throttle up to 80%. Release the brakes. Full afterburner. Gear up. Flaps up. Flaps are up. Gears up. We're off the ground with some bombs, yo. Oh, shit, it's on now. And let's bring it back to like 80% throttle here. Go up to about 10,000, I guess. All right. Let's go to ARM. AG. See if we can remember what the heck we were supposed to do here from the tutorials. We have the Mark 84 bomb. UFC. We're going to drop all 4 of them at the same time. Four of them. We're at an interval of 500 feet. And in multiples of 2. Nice. So we got that. We got the stick. Now if we can go down here, and I don't think we have a waypoint at all. We'll make that our weapons designated target. That's probably the airport we just came from, which is probably not smart, but that's okay. So all 4 of the bombs that we have on our plane right now, the Mark 84s, 2,000-pound bombs, are all set to release when I press the button. Or when, actually, it's going to release on its own when we. Well, I'll have to hold the button as a safe. But I'm pretty sure waypoint 1 that we've designated the target is the runway we just came off of. I could be wrong, but it sure the hell looks like it. We'll just do a nice leisurely flyover and see if what we've learned is, in fact, correct. Probably going to demote me, I would guess. So we're straight and level. 85 seconds till release. 17 miles away from the target. Diamond is the target. And I believe that is the airfield that we were at. Yeah. I think that's the runway we just took off of. 20 seconds out. All right, all bombs are off. See how we did. Hopefully we're not crashing. Where'd our bombs go, guys? Oh, you know what? I don't know if I might not have, the fuses I might not have armed. What's up, Liger? I was just practicing, Liger. I haven't, I'm brand new to the game, so I'm just trying to figure out, but I don't think I set my fuses, so I think we just dropped a bunch of dud bombs. If you don't, I'm guessing if you don't set your fuses, they won't go off. If I had to, well, that was a big bummer. You think they'll rearm me even though I dropped the bombs on them? Let's give it a whirl. Undesignate the target. No, you were never a target, don't worry. I was bombing the airfield that I just got done rearming at, Liger. Oh, your powers, I got you. I see what you're doing here. You guys got me on the TV in the kitchen? There's Kobaletti right there. Slow down. So I was, that airfield right there is where I was just, I did some bombing tutorials earlier, and I was attempting to bomb the airfield that just gave me the bombs, just for fun. Fun for me, not for them. Now we'll go back and see if they'll give us more bombs. Yeah, my silly ass, I didn't arm the bombs, so. They gave you duds. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. We're coming in a little hot here. And not absolutely. Yeah, that was a terrible landing, but gonna have to work. Yo, you guys got any bombs down here? Uh-oh. Here's what Lamach was talking about. Let me see if I find those bombs. I destroyed the fence. Maybe I'll just go over here. I'm going home, guys. I was way, way, way too fast on landing there. I was supposed to be down to 150. I was like more than double that. Let's see if we can get under this bridge. No. On my couch, just still laying long enough. Very good. All right, let's do a carrier off a carrier deck. Oh, you know what? Hell with it. You guys are here. Let's land on a carrier. See if we can do it. Crash into it. I did a bridge instead. Guy's gonna be yapping.
Today we will perform a Case 1, Case 2 carrier landing. This will be very similar to the VFR field overhead pattern. In fact, Navy pilots land at airfields much like they do on a boat to maintain this perishable skill. In regard to a Case 2 landing, this would be the visual approach element of the landing after being guided in from the Marshall Stack CV-1 approach. Case 1 is defined as having a 3,000-foot minimum cloud ceiling and 5 nautical miles of visibility. For today's lesson, though, we're going to keep the aircraft carrier
That's a great plan.
so we can provide some gates that will assist you in the pattern. Press spacebar to continue. Ahead of you is a series of gates that you will fly through. These are designed to instruct you on where you should be during the pattern. You will start the pattern at 800 feet and 350 knots just starboard of the boat. During this phase of the landing, lower your arrestor hook by moving the arrestor hook handle in the down position. First, starting out, we will not break into the pattern until 1.5 nautical miles past the bow of the boat. This will give you plenty of time to get on speed in the downwind leg. At the break, you will make a level turn with the G of 1% of your airspeed. In this case, 3.5 G for 350 knots. As your speed decreases, relax the G to match the speed. You may need to relax or tighten the turn to roll out 1.3 to 1.4 mile abeam the boat. At 180 degrees of turn, level out on the downwind leg and descend to 600 feet. You should be below 250 knots. Once below 250 knots, lower your landing gear and set the flaps to full. Press spacebar to continue. Once on the downwind leg, establish yourself at 600 feet and slow the aircraft to an on-speed angle of attack of 8.1 degrees. This can most easily be seen on the HUD by keeping the velocity indicator inside the E bracket. To the left of the HUD frame are the angle of attack indexer lights. When on speed, the center donut should be lit. Use of pitch trim is very important to on-speed AOA. Maintain on-speed angle of attack during the downwind leg. Press spacebar to continue. Once your left wingtip is 5 seconds past the stern, begin a 30-degree bank to the left while keeping your velocity vector just below the horizon line on the HUD. This will place us in a steady rate of turn to the boat while descending. If the boat is moving with 25 to 30 knots of wind over the deck, start your turn when abeam the white of the round down on the stern of the boat. Your descent rate should be 100 to 200 feet per minute, as indicated on the HUD above the altitude box.
Yeah, right.
90 degrees through this turn, your altitude should be 500 feet. Past 90 degrees of turn, your descent rate should increase to 500 feet per minute. Only use your instruments for the first 90 degrees of turn. Don't peak. Use your throttle to control your rate of turn and
Get all that?
trim to control your airspeed. Press spacebar to continue. As you roll out on the landing course line, acquire the improved Fresnel lens optical landing system, or iFLOS, and match your glide slope such that the center light stays centered between the two green lines. If the light moves above center, you are too high and need to reduce throttle. If the light is below center, you are too low and risk a ramp strike unless you increase power. You will fly to maintain on-speed AOA while keeping the ball centered. Prior to touchdown, do not flare the aircraft. but rather let it fly onto the boat at ideally 750 feet per minute, as indicated above your altitude on the HUD. Press spacebar to continue. Before we give this a whirl, let's first set up the landing course line. Using what you learned in the TACAN lesson, set the TACAN to 74 X-ray and the carrier BRC of 350 degrees. This is the TACAN channel for the carrier, and it will provide us useful information to line up our downwind and final approach legs.
74 and a BRC of
Set your HUD
350.
to show the radar altitude.
Backhands on. There's our carrier. Radar's
Give us
down.
final notice when we should be passing over the wake of the boat when in the final turn. Set the radar altimeter by your right knee to 370 feet by spinning the knob counterclockwise. Finally, set your left DDI to the HUD and your right DDI to the FCS page. Press spacebar to unpause.
Turn that down. Alrighty, there we go. This seems easy.
We are now flying a heading of 352 degrees and 349 knots and 1,900 feet. Fly through the gates ahead, which will place us at 800 feet and offset to the right of the boat. We don't want to directly overfly the boat, so we can first check to see if the deck is foul. Maintain an airspeed of 350 knots. Anytime you approach the carrier with the intent to land, you should do a hail R check, meaning check that the hook is down and engine anti-ice heat if required. Anti-skid switch is off. ILS is boxed on the HSI when ICLS is being used. External lights are set for daytime and rad out set to the HUD. Cage the velocity vector on the HUD by pressing the cage uncage button in the throttle, or press C. Lower the arrestor hook by clicking on the lever or pressing H.
I did that already.
When at 1.5 miles from the bow, set the throttles to idle and follow the gates for a 180-degree turn into the downwind leg. The rate of turn will be based on a G that is 1% of our airspeed. In this case, 3.5 G for
But it's a
350 knots.
Yeah, I'm gonna be trying to land there. See how that works. A little off the pattern, but not terrible. Better than what we normally are. Alright, throttle to idle. Gear down, flaps down. A little high. A little low. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We got this. Maybe I got promoted to lieutenant now, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna need you, guy. Come and get me. I'm right over here. All right. That was fun. Gotta try a little carrier landing to end the stream. It's good times. Good times. Guys, thank you for hanging out. I know it's not an insanely exciting stream, but just trying to give people an idea of how, you know, insane the game is, how fun it is to learn, and then when you actually do nail something down and get a skill in the game, it's actually kind of pretty fun. So, like I said, I do intend to do a lot more content with this game, and you'll see a lot more of this as well, and hopefully some missions, whether it be recorded or live stream in the near future. So, let me hit this, roll the credits here. I don't know if anybody subscribed while we were here. I don't believe so, but just in case. Nah, nobody did. But thank you, everybody, for hanging out. I enjoyed myself. I hope you guys did too. And we will see you on the next one. Peace out.